All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello out there, and welcome to Create an Effective Front Desk Team Through Powerful Training. My name is Meg King, and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. I want to take a moment and make sure that everybody's prepared. And I want to make sure that you're prepared not only with a pen and paper, but that you're also prepared with the idea to explore all the areas of the front desk and what it really takes to train them to be powerful and effective. So before we get started, though, I want to share with you a little bit about who I am and how I got to be where I am today. As I said, my name is Meg King. I've been in this industry now for 38 years. 22 of them I spent working and managing in my own salon and spa. A few years into my business, I realized that there was something seriously missing. And I'm sure there's quite a few of you that can take a big guess as to what that was. It was money. I was seriously missing some money, right? Well, I don't know about you, but that is just not what I signed up for. I was not signed up to run a nonprofit business. So I hired a salon consultant, and guess what else I found out? I was missing a whole lot more than money. I was really missing systems and structures. But I got to tell you, that's when I became really passionate about this industry, and I fell in love with this front desk, the customer service, and team development. My eyes, like they were open. They were open to all the possibility of what was inside of my salon just by shifting how I related to my salon and to see it a little bit more than just me, right? By adding systems and structures where truly none had existed, our bottom line went up nearly 30%, which equaled close to $70,000. And that was less than a year's time for a little salon and spa. It was about taking care of my own backyard, not looking for that next latest and greatest trend that was going to make me money. And how many of you are always on that quest, right? Yeah. Well, my invitation for you today is to take a look at your backyard. See what needs to be cleaned up, organized, systematized. What support are you going to bring in and take on to not only grow and build your business, but to actually nurture it? Nurture it in for the long haul of success. So today I encourage you to take notes. Have your pen and paper ready and to take notes. And that you're going to walk away today with knowledge and steps to take to have your front desk be a powerful, well-trained team and profitable. So before we start here, I have a couple questions that I'm going to have you think about. And I want you to think of the first word that comes to your mind and write it down when I ask the question. What does a well-trained front desk look like, sound like, act like? How do you see your front desk? Do you see them as professionals or hopefully someone who will turn out to be a professional? How do they look? Are they well put together, hair and makeup done? Do they represent the image of your salon? Or do they look like something a little bit more from Fashion 911? You know what I mean? How do they sound? Do they sound friendly, confident? Do they speak clearly? Do they ask the right questions? Or do they sound a little bit more blasé when interacting with your guests? How do they act? Do they act happy to see and greet your guests with a smile? To do their job? To actually go the extra mile? Or do they act a little bit more disconnected, as if they really don't care, that they're really just there to pass some time away? So I want you to think about what you truly see. Write some notes down for yourself. My next question is, who trains your front desk team? Do you train your front desk team? It's a pretty simple answer of a yes or no. Now, I'm sure there are those of you out there who say, yeah, I train my front desk team on all kinds of stuff. And there's those that are saying, well, I train them on some things, but I'm guessing those some things are pretty much the basics. But is basic training enough? Is your training effective? What are the real results? Would you know? I actually have that as another simple yes or no answer to be explored today. So today we're going to discuss the value of an effective front desk training program. We're going to look at what's in it for you as the owner and manager, what's in it for your front desk team, your entire staff, and certainly your guests. Most front desk only get on-the-job training. I fondly call this drive-by training. Unfortunately, the reality of our industry and the reality of a lot of owners is that we spend a lot of time and money and resources making sure our technical team is well trained. But when it comes to hiring and training our front desk team, we just simply fall flat. We hire the first warm body and then it's that on-the-job drive-by training, which can really lead to a big price tag, if you know what I mean. Now, there's pros and cons to on-the-job training, and I'm not against all-the-job training at all. Matter of fact, there's great value in it. However, in our industry, it typically means that the front desk is thrown into their jobs without proper training, that they're expected to simply know what to do and how to do it. So running your business with this approach is pretty detrimental. And it's not only detrimental to your business, but to your guests and your staff. Here's the thing. It all starts with the ever first impression. And we're going to take a look at what the rest of it looks like. But let's start here. A great first impression in business doesn't just happen. I'm sure that there's people out there that have great qualities, have a great image, but there's a training process that needs to take place to ensure the first impression is a positive one and a lasting one. So take a minute, close your eyes, and think about a place that you visited and experienced a great first impression. It could have been a restaurant, maybe your favorite one or a really special one, perhaps a hotel, or even a store like Nordstrom's. I want you to think about what you liked about that experience. What was that first impression? How did it leave you feeling? How does that experience compare to what you want your guests to experience? I want you to think about that and write some things down for yourself so you have something to go back and reference to. That experience that you had and that great first impression that you experienced didn't just happen. It took something. It took a well-planned training. Think about it. Your front desk team is the first impression a guest has with your salon and spa. They set the tone for the entire guest experience from the time they enter to the time they leave, actually well after they leave. They're the growth drivers of our business, and they can actually make or break our business, and we have to remember that. And we should be spending a lot more money and time training our front desk than we do our technical team. Front desk team members must have a clear understanding of the role in the salon and spa. So one of the biggest reasons why there's no focus on the front desk training is simply not having a plan. So one of the first things to be addressed in my front desk training is the plan. And that starts with a clear expectation of what the front desk role is within the salon and spa and creating a well-defined job description. Then we follow it up with step-by-step training. The front desk needs to know the impact that they have with every interaction with your guests, that they're simply not just order takers. I can't stand when I hear, oh, will that be all? And it's like, yeah, sign me up for a haircut. That's it. I love to work with teams and I coach them specifically on asking open-ended questions to really better serve your guest and not to be those order takers. This is really not a should, it's a must to have your front desk effectively trained in every area and operations of your salon and spa to support your staff and your success. The role as a front desk specialist is really about managing the salon and spa's productivity and doing it efficiently, right? In other words, they ultimately monitor the overall production daily activities of the salon and spa. They monitor from the operations to the telemarketing department, from sales to customer service. And yeah, guess what? Even the complaint department, it's true. Yeah, they have to handle that also. So did you have any idea that your front desk team had so many important roles? And I bet if you asked them to describe it, they would never describe their role in such detail. Can you see now the importance of having a training in each and every one of these areas to be successful? When training's broken down into individual areas and within a training structure and with the support of a training manual, it cuts down on miscommunication and wasted time spent fixing and making corrections. How many of you would like to spend less time cleaning up somebody else's mistakes? I know that's the way it was for me. Yeah. And before I hired my coach and got my front desk the training that they needed, I spent a lot of time doing damage control. Before we go further, we're going to do a little rate yourself, a little self-assessment. I like to call it a checkup from the neck up. You need to know where you are, know what you want to be, where you want to be, and know what you need to do to get there. So as we go through each one of these questions, I want you to be 100% honest with yourselves in answering them. Remember, there really are no wrong questions. And besides, you're the only ones who are going to get to see it. We're just looking for you to have a starting point. So as we go through, I want you to rate your effectiveness on each point, 1 through 5. 1 means not effective. 5 means, yeah, I'm very effective. So 1, it's like, yeah, I kind of stink. I don't do it. I don't know what it's about. And 5 is, yeah, I do it all the time. I'm a rock star. I got it flat. In the end, we're going to look at where you are and what you need to put in place into your backyard, your front desk's backyard, to have the success. Okay, so now don't jump ahead. We're going to do this one question at a time. Number 1, do you have a detailed front desk job description? This is not the one that says, answer the phone, book appointments, and take money. This is the one that goes from the dress code to the goals to the expectations to what they really need to do to perform their daily job. So rate yourself. Do you have a detailed front desk job description? Do you have daily, weekly tasks for your front desk? Have you ever left the salon and realized like, oh my gosh, I forgot to ask. I wanted the front desk to take care of this or that or the other thing, only to come in the next morning and still forget? Yeah, well, I did that plenty of times. Having a scheduled daily, weekly tasks actually cuts down on the chaos. It cuts down on you forgetting and needing to remember what to do next. This is about developing your salon and spa as a well-oiled machine for your front desk to be really that well-oiled machine. Rate yourself. Do you have scheduled daily, weekly tasks for your front desk? Number 3, do you have sales goals set for your front desk to meet? This is about setting goals for upsells, pre-books, retail, gift cards, service sales, retention. I work with your team and you in setting goals to support your bottom line and to create profitability, making your front desk a profit center, not a cost center. Rate yourself. Do you provide front desk goals for your front desk to meet. Number 4, do you provide front desk product and service knowledge training? Here's the thing, having your front desk team trained on customer consultation and the what, why, how of retail really builds client loyalty and retention. They need to know how to speak about the products and services. So I want you to rate yourself. Do you provide product and service knowledge training? Number 5, does your front desk create the wow factor in the customer service cycle? Do they know what the customer service cycle is? What the wow factor is? As a team working together, we like to look outside of the box to add value to your customers' experience, to improve their guest experience. So rate yourself in your effectiveness in training your front desk in the customer wow factor. Number 6, do you provide supportive and effective training scripts? Or, should your front desk automatically know what to say and how to handle your guest concerns? This is all about effective communication, how to say what to say, keeping clients happy, making sure that they have what they need and they're being served. Rate yourself. Do you provide supportive and effective training scripts? So, how did you do? I want you to take a minute and look at your list. What do you see that needs improvement? I want you to write down or circle one area that you feel needs improvement. And then to create a list of 3 actions that you're going to take to make that improvement. It could be creating a job description, schedule training time, hiring support for training. It could be anything that you've come up with. But to have that list of 3 actions, and then add a date to them. By when will you have that handled? As we dive a little deeper into what effective training looks like, I want you to think about your front desk and that corner of your backyard and the actions that you're truly going to take. Effective communication training can make or break your business. Well, how true is that, right? Your front desk team needs to have great training in communication and to build that connection with your salon and spa guests. Now, I think we all know that in this industry, that the importance of building relationships, that's what we do. And that's what supports our success of our business and in building the loyalty of our guests. I've worked with teams, providing them with powerful training scripts from every customer contact that is available, from starting with the greeting and confirmation to no-show scripts, to miss you and follow-up scripts. I've seen firsthand the positive results in using great scripts. They not only provide confidence for your front desk team, but also your customers. Think about it this way. Truly effective communication creates more revenue. It generates more bottom line. And we all want that. The front desk interaction needs to be one that nurtures the guest relationship. And that really does require, my friends, training and practice. So let me share with you a testimonial that I received from a salon, Madison Salon in Newport Beach, California. I loved working with these girls. Working with Meg was very beneficial in that she was able to bring back the focus on an area of the business that is often overlooked. Meg gave us tools to tighten our training process. She helped us come up with scripts and solutions to allow our front desk to be more confident and stay away from missed sales opportunities and weak closings. She kept us on track while holding us accountable. Thank you, Meg. Let us acknowledge you for your amazing energy and professionalism. I have to say I loved working with this team, Janine and her girls, and I know that they got great value. And one of the first things that they got value as in was looking at their front desk through the lens of a business plan, creating accountability, scripts, organization, and being able to focus on projects that they wanted to take on. One of the systems that I like to call it, actually the recapture factor that we put in place, was one in reconnecting past clients. And this is having a system and scripts in place to reconnect past clients to bring them back into the salon and spa. I loved supporting them. I love supporting all the teams that I've worked with, and look forward to supporting all the teams yet to work with. And the amount of value that is given in how to up level and provide the customer wow factor. And that's something we're going to take a look at next, providing wow customer care service. So here's the thing. Your front desk, first of all, needs to understand and to be trained on the value of wow service. There's a value around the wow, that we do more than just what's expected, right? In my front desk training, we look at every aspect of the customer service cycle in detail. I work with your front desk in looking for opportunities and thinking of everything inside and outside of the box in customer service to not only meet the customer's expectations, but to truly be able to exceed them in each and every transaction and interaction. So let me share with you some of the areas that the wow factor has grown with training your front desk team inside of the customer service cycle. So this is taking a look at, we'll just look at booking appointments for a second. What would it take to create a wow factor around booking appointments? I work with the team or your front desk, and we create every kind of scenario that's possible. There's nothing off limits. And we really look at how to take that piece and create the wow factor above and beyond what you've already done. So we have booking appointments, placing confirmation calls, greeting the guests, offering a beverage and hanging their coat, informing the service provider, providing a tour of the salon and educating our guests, recommending and retrieving products, pre-booking the appointment, the guest checkout, and placing follow-up calls. Developing your customer service cycle and the wow factor inside of it is really just another building block in increasing customer loyalty. That's what this is all about. Next is service knowledge and product knowledge. Now, would you agree that service and product knowledge is another key part to training your front desk? Your front desk needs to know and understand each and every service that you offer. So training them on the customer consultation and setting service and retail goals for them to meet is really fundamental in supporting your bottom line. Training in this area is all about education and then testing them out on their education. They actually have to take a test. The front desk needs to understand how to describe and prescribe products and services, how to book appointments for the appropriate time and with the right technician, how to serve and create solutions. This is what it all comes down to, folks. If you solve my problem and make me feel good, I'm going to stay and I'm going to buy. That's the experience salon and spa guests are looking for. I don't know if you knew this, but we're actually in the age of customer experience sales. That's what sales is all going to be generated from, customer experience. And by putting that into place, that's going to set you apart from your competition. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I love this quote from Maya Angelou. It speaks volumes on the impact that the front desk can have with every salon and spa guest. And this happens when you invest in training your front desk, in training them to be the best that they can be, in providing exceptional above and beyond customer service. One last critical step in effective training is the follow up and follow through with tracking. This is perhaps one of the most overlooked and important areas of training. We get busy being busy, right? We're busy running around behind the chair doing whatever we're doing. And we think things are going well, right? And then it happens. There's an upset, like a big upset. A client's upset, the staff's upset. There's some sort of a misfire and drama in the daily operations. That's where training your front desk to track results allows you to know that they're doing their work effectively and where more training may be required or more systems may be required. Invest in training. Creating an effective front desk team really starts with generating and supporting, I should say, helps to generate and support salon revenue, increase satisfied clients, and create a win-win environment. Today, we saw the value of investing in training your front desk team. How ineffective on-the-job training, it's drive-by training, it's not effective at all, right? The importance of first impressions, and to have a clearly defined job description for every operation of your front desk team. We looked at the effectiveness of training scripts, service and product knowledge, and delivering wow customer service, along with tracking and how it all builds profitability. You took the Rate Yourself assessment and saw some areas that need improvement. You wrote that down, I hope, right? Now it's the steps. And you have your steps, you have your action steps. I hope you wrote them down too. My question is what other kind of ideas came up for you during our time together? And what other steps will you take? Ideas plus action equal change. Taking no action is still action. We can't expect to do the same things over and over again and expect different results. Isn't that what they say the definition of insanity is? Yeah. Well, here's how my team supports you so that you're not that definition of insanity. And this is how myself and my team at Empowering You support this industry and people just like you. So you got a little taste of the Fierce Front Desk training today. And, it's not a myth. It's the truth. The front desk is the money heartbeat of your business. So we offer a couple things. We offer our on-site training of our Fierce Front Desk training. And that's customized in-salon training to fit your business needs. It's an all-day session with your front desk team and a 60-minute phone session to really set your team up for success. It's pretty intense. We also have our 5-week online course with the coach. You'll learn the real role of the front desk team, how to hire the right person for the job, systematize, organize your front desk, how to create a real profit center, not a cost center, and that's for $575. We also offer our VIP consulting, our one-on-one approach to empowering business owners. We have 3 tiers of success that we provide, and it speaks to every kind of business owner out there, from the solopreneur to those that own multiple operations. We have our Rev Up. Rev Up is about supporting our solopreneurs and those little baby salons just starting and creating bigger and higher revenue, more streamlined business. Then we go into our Accelerate, which is really about creating systems and developing incredible culture and team-focused profits. Then, of course, it's our Mastery, where we lay out a long-term goal and to really strategize your business so that you can have massive success. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time and your energy and being on this webinar with me today. It really meant a lot. I so enjoyed being able to impart some information, and I hope that you got some really great value out of this. Here's my name and my phone number and my website, my email, I should say. And I want to leave you with this parting quote. It's time to make a positive, permanent change. It's time to embrace your leadership potential. It's time to live and lead an empowered life. I want to thank you again. You guys rock. And I want you to go out there and make it a great day. Take care, everyone.